This is the demise of our Rhino Rack Batwing 270-degree awning. You know, it was breezy when we went to bed. We're surrounded by that massive wall, which has been protecting us. So this is what used to be Lake Powell. There's shells all in here. Here, check it out. Little clam shells all over the place. This is now dry lake bed, sadly enough, but
this has been dry a while.
Yeah, this has been dry for a long while. Bailey, how do you like this campsite? Seal of approval. Last time on SAR Trail, you saw us camp at a beautiful overlook with a great view of Lake Powell. That overlook offered incredible scenery, but left us completely exposed to wind. We checked the weather on our Garmin Explorer and found that a storm with high wind was on the way. We decided that it was best to look for a campsite that offered better wind protection. After several days of wind, we really wanted a change. We figured that with all the canyon walls around, we could find some more shelter. As we drove lower toward the base of some canyon walls, our GPS confirmed that we were driving on dry lake bed. These trails don't exist on any maps. They are assumed to be underwater. This entire area is sandy, dry lake bed. Most of it is pretty well packed, but there are areas with some deep sand. We drove a long way on the lake bed and found a beautiful campsite at the base of a wall, just as we had hoped. This one is really good. It doesn't exist on any maps, really, because if you follow the map, we followed the Gaia map here, we're driving in the lake the whole time, yet there's no lake here, unfortunately. But it does give us a chance to get behind this massive canyon wall. I'm gonna say
100 feet?
No, more. 100 to there. Probably 250 feet, maybe more. Maybe we'll try to check it with the drone or something, raise it up and down, see if we can find the height on it. But this is really gorgeous. Let's set up camp because we are out of the wind, which is really great. And Natalie's happy. We didn't roll the Hummer. Didn't even come close this time. I don't know. We were taking it easy.
That will never happen again.
I made a dumb move. All on me. Natalie's like, no, we shouldn't go up there. It's too steep. It's not even. It's sand. Nah, baby, I got this. A little more right pedal. Whoa!
That was terrible.
We did okay, though. We did all right. All right, let's get set up. This place is amazing. Okay, so our really protected campsite, the winds have shifted. There's a storm coming out of, I believe that's the north. Yeah, that's definitely the north. Hopefully it's short-lived. On the Garmin Explorer, it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be like a 2-hour windstorm, then it should start dying off. But either way, we're kind of hunkered down here pretty good. Way better than we were last night, which was crazy. Or would have been really crazy in this storm. So we're getting the fire going. And we are going to have lamb chops, asparagus, and mushrooms. Sounds like a perfect meal. Wow.
Is it good?
I'm just
All right.
Really, really good.
not me.
Sorry, we're eating caveman style here. It's really windy. We're trying to get in before we've had too much of the wind. I don't know what it is on this trip. We're finding wind everywhere we go. Even when we're protected from the wind, it shifts. So yeah. It is what it is. After a few hours of sleep, this happened. Hey guys, middle of the night update. We just had a massive gust of wind come through and completely destroyed our awning, buckled the legs, ripped the sand shovels out of the ground. We can't get it closed because the bars are all bent. Either they're broken or they're bent, every last one of them, so we can't really zip up our bag. We got it put together enough that the wind won't catch it anymore. To make matters worse, the Hummer took a lot of scratches. These are the light ones. The back corner here, if you can see, it's all going to have to be repainted. It is gouged down to the metal. I don't know if I can show it really well, but window took deep scratches as well. I'm glad the window didn't get busted out. So we've taken everything else, flipped it upside down. You know, it was breezy when we went to bed, but we could hear these gusts coming up above us. They weren't hitting us. They were way high because we're surrounded by, well, let me show you. Look over there. We're surrounded by that massive wall, which has been protecting us. But one of them came down in here and we woke us up with the awning just folded over backwards on our tent, on the Hummer, bars broken. What a night. I think we're secure to go to bed, but clearly we won't be having our awning or our evening camp lights because they're attached to the awning. We're not going to be having any of that for the rest of this trip. When daylight hits, we're going to see what of our stuff has been scattered and how we can try to buckle that awning up, or maybe just try to get somewhere to a gas station, take the awning off and just throw it in their dumpster, because it will do us no good from here forward, and we got to find a way to get down the road and get back to Colorado here before the week is over. Have mercy, what a night. All right, good morning from camp. Last night was crazy. The Rhino rack awning, it's done. The Hummer took a beating. We're gonna need to do some paint work on it, get a new awning obviously. So it was an expensive night for us last night. And eventually, well, let me tell you, the wind howled and howled for quite a while with gusts, and then it would get really calm, and then just a huge gust would come through, then it would get really calm. That was the repeat for a lot of the evening, and then the rain set in. So then it rained for a long time, and most of our gear that was outside got pretty wet because normally we keep it under the awning. Of course, that doesn't work. So we made it okay. We got a couple hours sleep. Bailey slept through the whole thing like it was nothing. She woke up and she's like, "Oh, I feel great. Let's play Uno." Yeah, we haven't got to that point yet. So now it's time to make some breakfast, and we've been kind of cleaning up camp here a little bit, drying some things out in the sun. Honestly, this campsite is really gorgeous. It was just the wind, but it's a lot prettier this morning. This is a campsite that we would like to visit again at some point. There are thousands of acres of lake bed to explore, and the canyon walls are really incredible. If it wasn't for the wind, this site would be hard to drive away from. But even the best campsites are not all that great when the wind is so strong. This part of Glen Canyon is so rich with colors. The walls are full of contrast, and the scattered shrubs and grasses remind us of just how harsh this environment really is.
Good morning. So after last night's craziness, we decided it's time to make some breakfast. So I'm gonna make some pancakes and some sausage and some eggs. Are you hungry?
Yes!
Yeah? Okay, well, let's get started.
While eating breakfast, we took a glance at the weather and saw a huge storm coming in the evening with strong wind and a lot of rain. It was at that point we were convinced that we needed to leave Glen Canyon. We decided to head north to Moab, where the temperature was a little colder, but there was no wind or rain in the forecast. When overlanding, it's good to be flexible. Even the best laid plans can go south if the weather is against you. We packed up our gear and pointed our H3 north toward Moab. Join us next Friday when we camp at a stunning site that we have wanted to stay at for several years. It is well worth the wait. There are amazing canyon walls, no wind, and a perfect campfire night.